Hello and welcome back to more Interrogating Investigations 2. We're in the last episode, we finished up the penultimate case of the game, which was the Forgotten Turnabout, and today we will be beginning the final, well, I'm assuming the final, because it's typically 5 cases, the final case of the game, which is the Grand Turnabout. There's a lot of loose ends that have been left out throughout the entirety of this game. Since all the way back from the first case when Turnabout targeted, there's been a few breadcrumbs and loose ends that haven't been fully tied up throughout all 4 cases, and I have a feeling that they're all about to come together in this final Grand Turnabout. So, without further ado, let's dive into the final case of the game, the Grand Turnabout. Let's do this. Jurassic Park, but it's Jurassic Park, but it's Ace Attorney. Oh, yeah. Jurassic Park, but this time it's Ace Attorney. Or is this part of the movie they were filming last time? Yep, that's what I thought. It's part of the movie they were filming. Yep, that was, that sure was an intro. Okay then. I like, obviously that all has to do with the movie they were filming in the last case, but, alright then. April 6th, 10:02 a.m., outside Grand Tower Plaza.
So, what are y'all gonna do now? I reckon you're through being a prosecutor, right?
Yes, that's true, I suppose. I'm no longer a prosecutor. However,
you can't stop thinking about what Mr. DeKiller said, right?
Indeed. I congratulate you on resolving the case, however, can you truly say in good conscience that it has been solved? This case isn't over yet. The person in the red hood who kidnapped Kay at Gourd Lake, and this letter from an unknown sender. Someone's schemes are at work behind this case.
It must be tough having a case you just solved still nagging at the back of your mind. Well, I got some investigating of my own to be doing, so I'll be off. That's amazing! You've already decided on your next scoop? What are you saying there, Missy? Don't you be underestimating the likes of Lotta Hart. I've covered a lot of scoops.
A lot of scoops.
You know, I always have an extra scoop or 2 up my sleeves. Yikes! What's that?
Oh, it's Penny. Penny Nichols.
Someone, please help.
This woman is... What's happened?
Somebody's dead.
Of course. A monster. Come again? A monster? A monster?
It's a scoop! A scoop's calling me! Please follow me. It's this way.
Oh god. Oh, what was that? What was that running animation? Oh dear god. What was... Okay, so first the audio started, and then Lotta decided to just, like, flail her arms about wildly to run into the distance. I don't know. At any rate, we should follow her for now. Are we doing the monster's turnabout again? Someone was killed by a freaking Tenmatero or whatever that was. Okay, how many pictures of the same thing do you need?
Huh? These are genuine hoof prints.
I don't... They're not... No. Hoof prints impossible. No animal could be this large. I'm guessing, like, prediction. I'm guessing what it's gonna be is that the... Okay, can you stop clicking your camera for like 5 goddamn seconds? It's probably gonna be like, they have a prop dinosaur. Okay, I'm progressing the text. I can't deal with this. Okay, this game, you need to slow the hell down. Wait, okay. There's 3 different things I want to say. So, number 1, prediction is probably going to be, like, they have a... Because a lot of times what happens is they have... When people film movies with, like, big CGI monsters or whatever, they'll usually have some kind of stand-in, like some kind of animatronic prop thing. Because the original Jurassic Park was almost entirely animatronics. The more recent ones have leaned more heavily into CGI. But even still, they still have, like, some kind of practical effects, some kind of base animatronic or like stand-in model that they can then add visual effects and CGI on top of it in post-production. So I'm guessing that they have some kind of stand-in dinosaur monster thing, and that is what made the footprints. And that's... Now, I don't know how you could lift that thing or whatever, but that's probably what happened. Number 2, was that the president of Zhang Fei on the ground? Like, wait a minute, he's dead? But he was saved in the first case. We proved it. And did someone try to assassinate him again? And then number 3, Agent Lang. Why did you have to come back? You couldn't have just stayed in your own. You got a cameo in the second case. You were there for 5 seconds, which was 5 seconds longer than you needed to be there. Couldn't you have just taken your cameo in stride and rode off into the sunset and never come back? My brain is going maximum capacity now. What the?
Someone's on the ground.
It can't be. Yup, it's him. Holy. The president of Zhang Fei. Did you I'm not even gonna bother. Agent Lang. Mr. Prosecutor, didn't take you long to get here. What happened? What happened? Ha, that's what I'd like to know. It would seem that he is in a considerable amount of shock over the president's death. However, and there's a horn next to him. So, okay, so that just further supports my theory. What do you think the odds are that horn, because one of the things I thought of when I saw that giant monster thing in the opening is that, hey, that kind of looks like a larger version of the plush thing we had. Do we still have that plush? No, we don't. The plush toy we had in the last case and the first case. So, I wonder if that horn was on the giant model animatronic thing, and, like, maybe it fell off of a platform or something, and that's why there's footprints all over the ground, and then because it fell to the ground, its horn fell off or something, which would also explain why the toy has a horn falling off. Anyway, what is that of these giant footprints, and what could have happened to the president? Lotta, we don't need two of the same picture.
It's a monster.
Monster?
Yes, sirree. Looky here. Ain't no doubt about it. These are clearly the footprints of a monster. On this day, mankind received a grim reminder. We live in fear of the mighty
the what? Mighty Mozilla?
This here's a scoop. I got myself a scoop.
Hey, remember when you thought that Gordy existed? Like, yeah, look how well that turned out for you.
Man troubled to death by monster. I reckon it'll be the top story in tomorrow's paper.
What nonsense. There are no such thing as monsters. Wait, it can't be. I am D. Jun Huang. I have heard of your deeds. You saved my country from a great crisis. The real assassin was you all along. That is correct. I received a request from a key individual to take the president's life. That man, could he have... Hey you, were you the first to discover the body?
Yes, well...
Agent Lang? Lang Z says... First come, first suspected. You! Yeah, that's the brilliant logic that doesn't ever work in Among Us, where it's like, oh, you found the body. Well, then you must have been the one who did it. Did you really just discover the body?
Of course. Please calm down. You're scaring her.
He does seem to have lost his composure. Calm down? How am I supposed to calm down? Do you know who's been murdered? Di Jun Huang, the president of Zhang Fei. Yes, I noticed. Agent Lang, this isn't like you. Oh, is it not? I feel like he's been previously established to be kind of a pain in the ass. When we first met, you had an army of subordinates under your command. Yeah, they all got sick of him and ran away. And you boasted of having the highest arrest rate in Interpol. And what now? Did you forget the fundamentals of investigation along with all of your men? What did you say? Yeah, you heard what I said. Instead of questioning people at random, you should investigate the crime scene first. Am I wrong? I don't need you to tell me that. I'll do a thorough investigation. Yeah, I'll hold my breath on that one. Well, at least it seems he's calmed down for now.
Mr. Edgeworth, let's investigate too!
Yes, let us investigate. Right now, I do not have any investigation rights, but until the police arrive...
What are y'all saying? Ain't it obvious who done it? The man behind it all is the mighty Mozilla.
Oh my god, Lotta.
Huh? Well, I guess it ain't the man behind it. More like the monster behind it. You know?
Good grief. could you please just try not to interfere with the investigation?
Shut your trap. You're the one who better not be sticking your nose in my business. I ain't forgiving you if you mess up my scoop. Yeehaw! Excuse me.
It's the woman who first discovered the body. I feel like I've met her somewhere before. Yeah, because she was in the Steel Samurai case, Turnabout Samurai.
You're Mr. Edgeworth, right? Do you remember me?
Yes, that case from before.
Huh? Do you know her?
Yes, I do. At least I think I do.
My name's Kay Faraday. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. My, you have such a cute assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I'm an assistant at Global Studios. I'm in charge of the props and sets. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, that was it. I once handled a case that occurred during the filming of the Steel Samurai. This woman was a member of the show's staff, and she was involved in the incident. I must have met... What do you... Is that f***ing kid gonna be Cody from Turnabout Samurai? Because, let me tell ya... Ooh, I don't know if I'm ready to see Cody again after that case. Okay. But to be honest, I had completely forgotten about her. It's nice to see you again. The fact that you are here must mean that this place is...
Yes, this is sort of an outdoor film lot for Global Studios. They're shooting a movie here right now. I was the first to arrive today, to set everything up for the filming. But everything seemed strange. Those giant footprints in that dead body.
I see. We shall examine the body. At any rate, could you please contact the police?
Yes, right away.
I'll have to take the time to listen to her story later. First, let's examine the scene. There are many things besides the body that concern me. I'll need to examine every nook and cranny of this place. Alright, here we go. Begin investigation. So, obviously, the first things first, we gotta check on the body. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Actually, no. So, something I gotta do way before that. Okay, hold on. Let me get a comment. Wait. Alright, so, I got a comment in the second episode of the LP saying in the game's final case, there is an easily missable Easter egg that you can only get in the first investigation of the case if you examine something on the right side of the screen twice. Okay, so, something on the right side of the screen. It could literally be anything. Is it this?
Ah, it's one of those sheets you lay on the floor when you're having a picnic.
A picnic blanket? It's definitely a vinyl sheet. However, I don't think it's for picnics.
Mr. Edgeworth, if I may, that's actually a waterproof sheet. It's used with the camera crane over there. We'll cover the camera crane with it when it's raining. Then, this sheet must be pretty big. Yes, it would be pointless if we didn't cover up the entire crane. The weather was overcast yesterday, so we've been using it quite a bit.
Okay, we have to examine it twice. This dialogue's all the same. Okay, so it's not this. Got it. Is it the cone right here? Miss Nichols, where does this entrance... Okay, so I guess we examined the folding sheet entrance thing, not the cone, but I guess maybe it's all one and the same. Anyway, where does the entrance lead to?
It's connected to the Grand Tower lot.
Of course it is. Does this case also have something to do with that building? The building with the secret 51st floor where the black market auctions were being held. It wouldn't be strange if it were still hiding a few more secrets. Perhaps a 52nd floor? Okay. Good to know. So, this lock and chain.
Ah! Someone got through the chain! What? I'm sure it was locked up properly yesterday, though.
Then it's possible the culprit forced his way in through here. Rear entrance forced open, the chain of the rear entrance was cut. Did the culprit do it? One would logically assume that, yes. What is it?
It's completely dented in. How did this happen?
Well, if we go with my earlier theory, there's a chance that when the animatronic fell from the sky or off the platform or whatever, maybe it also banged into the wall and dented it in? I don't know. Something rather heavy must have struck it in order to make a dent like that.
It wasn't like that at all yesterday.
It wasn't? So this dent was made last night. Okay. I have a feeling that's probably gonna be... What is it? Okay, so let's examine it again in case this is it. This leads to the Grand Tower.
But from where I'm standing, all I can see are just your everyday run-of-the-mill buildings.
No. I don't see anyone special around here either. Indeed, at least from where we're standing, that is... Wow, okay. Now then, we have no time to waste. We should get back to investigating the film lot. Wow, okay. Yeah, I would never have spotted that. I got lucky in the first investigations game when I ran out of the park in the third case and I spotted Phoenix, Maya, and Pearl all on a boat, I would never, because I would have had no reason to investigate the gate twice. So thank you, person in the comments, for pointing that out to me, because I would never have spotted that otherwise. That was, wow.
I don't see anyone special around here.
Oh, good God. Okay, now then, we have no time to waste. Okay, we still gotta investigate the body. that's the first thing I wanted to do, but then I remembered that comment, so we got sidetracked a little bit.
Wow, it really is the president.
Yes, to think we saw him alive just a few days ago. Or a month ago in the case of this LP.
That'd make this a presidential assassination, right?
This is a bit flashy for an assassination. I wouldn't invest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Okay, so, first things first, I mean, there's a lot of things to examine. There's the body itself, the footprint, the horn, let's just go through all of them. There are no visible external wounds, but it's clear that he's already passed away.
So then, I guess he really did get stepped on by
a monster? That's impossible. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hearty no on that one.
Huh? Don't the president's clothes look a little bit dirty to you?
Indeed. There appears to be some sort of yellow stain.
I bet it's Monster Jewel.
Okay, please be more serious. We need to have forensics take a closer look at the stain. So, this was the state of the body. I should make a note of it. Okay, body surrounded by pieces of concrete, yellow stain in the clothes. Okay, good to know. Then there's the giant freaking footprint itself.
There are broken pieces of concrete scattered all around the president.
Yes, they were probably scattered about when the ground got damaged.
And that must have been when the monster's foot went thud.
If the culprit was actually a monster, which obviously, no. Monster's footprints, okay. It's very clearly not. It's like I said, it's probably the fact that the animatronic fell on him, because that would explain the dent in the wall.
Huh, it kinda looks like a hoof the way it's split in two like that. Yep, it definitely looks like a monster's footprint to me. And there's even 3 of them. Mr. Edgeworth?
3 footprints, there are 3 footprints at the scene. They are shaped like hooves. Okay. There are no such things as monsters. Do you honestly believe they exist?
No, not really. But wouldn't it be cool if they did exist?
We're searching for the truth, Kay, not for what is cool. Okay, and then we have this horn over here that's just here for some reason.
What's this white thing? Wait, is this a bone? Looks like we got a new case on our hands.
It looks just like a bone, and more like some kind of horn. Okay. Well, that appears to be all we can examine for now, so, I guess I don't really want to talk to Lang, so I'll save it for last. And what in the world? This is a very odd thing over here. A director's chair landed next to a clipboard, and then we have... By the way, this is all very fascinating. One of the reasons why Turnabout Samurai was so appealing to me is because I was always fascinated by the behind-the-scenes aspect of filmmaking, like, you know, the screenwriting process, principal photography, and all the cinematography, and everything that went into making a movie. Like, I was always fascinated by the behind-the-scenes and like watching documentaries, things like that. So that's why examining a film studio was so interesting. So like, I just seeing, you know, clipboards, directors' chairs, stage lights, all this stuff was just really, really cool. For me. Anyway, I guess we should probably talk to Lana, huh? Since she's snapping pictures left and right.
What do you want? I'm a busy gal. You best not get in my way.
Why are you so obsessed with that monster? Such a thing couldn't possibly exist.
What do you say? I ain't letting that pass. Mozilla lives, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, you know what else you were sure about? Gordy.
It's the mightiest monster on the side of Pacific Rim.
Okay. That was capitalized for a reason. I don't suppose you have some kind of basis for that.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes.
You what?
What? You saw it? No way. Yes way, the mighty Mozilla was really here. Last night when I was on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
You mean when you were snooping around the black market auction?
That's right, it was right around when I took this here photo. That's the photo of the person in the red hood. This was Joe Crane, right? You see those blinds next to the red hood? Well, the mighty Mozilla was on the other side. But there's nothing in the photo. It's mighty hard to capture something like that from such a distance, but I seen it plain as day. Mozilla's giant eye was peering in through those blinds.
The monster was peering in? And, out of curiosity, did the eye fall from the sky and then go crash, towards the ground? As in an animatronic falling down? Because I feel like that's probably what happened here. Anyway.
I gotta gather my materials. Y'all are in my way. Now go on, shoot.
What am I, a fly? How absurd.
Mr. Edgeworth, you must be completely dumbfounded right now, aren't you?
Was it that clearly written on my face? Okay, well that was interesting. Hey Penny, you don't happen to know anything, do you?
I'm sorry about earlier. I was a little flustered.
Alright, discovery of the body. Were you here alone?
Yes, I arrived before everyone else today in order to get things prepared. When I entered the lot, I immediately noticed those giant hoof prints. The monster's footprints, right? Weren't you surprised? Yes, because they hadn't been there yesterday evening.
So that means the footprints were made last night.
Well, when I first saw them, I thought they were a part of the set. But when I got closer to the studio, I saw that a person had collapsed.
You didn't notice until you got closer.
Lately, it seems my eyesight has gotten worse again, and my glasses aren't strong enough. As I approached the body, I finally realized what it was. I was so scared I ran away.
And that was when she ran into us. Okay, and let's talk about filming a movie. You know, have a casual conversation about filming a movie. You said that they were filming a movie. Could it be The Skin of Samurai?
No,
So it wasn't.
we're making a monster movie this time around. Have you ever heard of the Mighty Muzilla series?
I'm sorry, but no.
Mr. Edgeworth isn't interested in anything other than the Skill Samurai after all.
That's not...
I guess that's to be expected, as the promotion for the film hasn't really started yet. The Mighty Muzilla, its revival breaks its 12 years of silence. It's a long-awaited sequel to the original series, so the staff are all fired up. The film was set at the Grand Tower, so we're filming on location around this area.
Come to think of it, yesterday... What's wrong, pal? Was something happening at the Grand Tower?
Cut! Hey, excuse me, we're sort of in the middle of shooting a movie, and,
I saw them filming something then. It must have been this.
I bet it ends with Muzilla completely destroying this Grand Tower! I wonder. You'll have to look forward to finding out in the theaters.
Yeah, I'll pass, thanks. You know, monster movies have never really been my thing. Like, I get it's different strokes to different folks, but it's the same reason I don't really like Call of Duty and things like that. It's because it's just like I don't have any interest in like or Transformers. Transformers is a better example. I don't have interest in just like explosions on the screen, and just like insane monsters and like giant everything exploding all around me. It's like, okay, but like, can you give me a story? Can you give me characters I care about? Like, I don't. If I'm gonna go see a movie or read a book or play a game, I want like. If I'm playing a game, I either want gameplay or story. I don't want just random explosions every 5 seconds for no reason. Like, my brain needs a little bit more than just random explosions to keep me interested. But, you know, I get that there's people who want to go see it just to turn their brain off and have fun with the movie, and that's fine. It's just never been for me. So, yeah, I will not be going to see the Mighty Muzilla in theaters. Thanks, though. Let's see. The Battle of the Century. Now, it meets its greatest rival, Mighty Muzilla, versus Gordy. Oh, dude. Okay, sure thing. Wait, Gordy. Oh, by the way, in case you're gonna call me out, because I referred to Jurassic Park earlier. Jurassic Park does have characters that like you can care about. It's not really so much. Like, also that's more of a suspense movie than anything else. And I'm not inherently against action movies. The problem is like if you just show me an action scene where random things are exploding or random things are happening, I'm not really gonna care. Like, for instance, the end of the first Toy Story movie, where Woody and Buzz are chasing after the truck on the RC. Like, if you could show that scene to me and I'd be like, okay, cool, action stuff is happening. But I wouldn't have a reason to care unless I had already seen the first part of the movie, like everything before that, where you get invested in Woody and Buzz and their characters and their relationship. I'm not against action, I just need to have a reason to care about it with the characters or the plot, not just, oh, wow, things are exploding, woohoo, or monsters are screaming at each other, woohoo. That's my stance on the matter, anyway.
This time it won't just be Mozilla, a rival monster appears as well. Have you heard of it? Gordy of Gord Lake.
Yeah, we've had some experience with that.
Ah, wasn't the talk of the town 2 or 3 years ago? It's a mysterious monster living in Gord Lake. Why chance someone took a photo of it?
It wasn't just the talk of the town, it was also involved in a case from my past. Gordy, huh? Now, there's a name I don't really want to remember.
When the director caught wind of the rumor, he decided to add it into the story.
You've been writing this story for 3 years? I get the feeling he was a bit late to catch on.
Please look forward to seeing the showdown between these two rival monsters.
I'll pass, thanks. I don't really care. Is there anything out of place with what I've investigated so far? I should confirm what the security situation was like at the scene of the crime. Miss Nichols. I was almost about to say Miss Nichols. By the way, remember Nicole Swift? She was a cool character. Was the entrance to this place locked?
Yes, it's locked with this. It's one of those types where you have to put in the correct numbers to open it, right?
About this combination lock, was it also properly locked today?
Yes, but when I arrived here today, it was locked tight.
Who knows the combination?
The producer, the director, the staff, and the actors. I think everyone involved in the movie knew about it.
So basically, the person who broke open the padlock was not on the production staff. Okay, so now I think it's finally time to start connecting some logic together. Actually, well, let's see if there's anything else that we have left to examine. I think we've examined, I guess, except for whatever the hell this thing is.
I wonder what this iron pole is for. Oh, maybe it's used to practice tree climbing?
No, this is a film crane. It's used to capture footage from high locations. Right now, it's not attached, but normally there would be a camera connected to the end.
I get it. This would be perfect for scoping out the places you're trying to steal from. You think they would let me borrow this?
And how exactly, may I ask, do you intend to bring it back home with you?
Mr. Edgeworth, you can take the base, and I'll take the top part.
Does she actually expect me to help her?
If we take it nice and slow, you might be able to make it to your house, Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only do you want me to help you carry it, but you plan to leave it in my house. Okay, I think we've checked everything we possibly can here. So let's finally start putting this piece of logic together. Okay, wow, we have a lot of logic. Okay, so good God, where do I even begin? So first things first, the combination lock was broken open. Sorry, the rear entrance was forced open because by somebody who wasn't a part of the staff, because they would have known the combination lock. That's the first thing we gotta connect together. The front entrance, which leads to the tower plaza, was locked with a combination lock. At the other end, the lock on the rear entrance, which leads to the ground tower, was broken. Now, where does this lead us?
Heh, I know this one. The culprit entered from the rear entrance, right?
Exactly. And knowing this, we now understand one more critical fact. The culprit must be someone who didn't know the number to unlock the combination lock.
Right! If they knew the code, it would have been way easier to enter from the front entrance. Entering through the back door is common sense for a thief. It's much less conspicuous. We can't underestimate a culprit who thinks like a thief. Please keep your guard up.
She sure becomes lively all of a sudden when this subject gets brought up. To put it simply, everyone involved with the movie knows the combination for the lock. In other words, it's quite likely that the culprit is someone who is not involved with the film. Okay, good to know. We've deduced that bit of logic at least. And Edgeworth, I just realized Edgeworth said something about the about how, like, when we got to the monster movie flyer, it might contradict with something we already knew. So maybe now we can deduce this with the I wonder if the perspective is specifically higher. Maybe we can deduce this with the horn now.
What's this white thing? Wait, is this a bone?
It looks like a bone. Do I have anything in my evidence? Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we can deduce it, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and deduce the with the monster movie flyer. Okay, let's go ahead and move here. Doesn't this horn belong to that monster, Mozilla?
You're right. It looks just like it. Maybe it's a prop for the film.
Based on the size of the horn, the head should be quite large.
I wonder how it ended up here.
I'm sure we'll find out if we ask someone on the staff. So, you want to talk to Penny again? Alright, well that's fine. Hey Penny, got some questions for you. Again. About this horn, have you ever seen it before?
Huh? That's Mozilla's horn. It's a model we made to use in our ad campaign. Where was it?
It was on the ground by the back entrance.
That's strange. Mozilla's head should have been stored on the studio roof.
I suppose the head would have... Okay, excuse me. Well, if the head was on the studio roof, that explains why Lotta saw it. It probably got knocked off the studio roof. And... Actually, ooh. So, I wonder if that's what crushed the president. Because, like, my theory was that an animatronic might have fallen. And that's what caused the footprints. But... It might also be, because, like, the monster's head could, in theory, make a shape similar to a footprint if the horns make up the top bits, right? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's either way could be possible, but if, like, at the very least, what we can say definitively now is that that explains what Lana saw, that it probably either got pushed off or just rolled off the roof and then flew by the window.
Yes, it's not as big as the real thing, of course, but it's still quite large. Look, you can see it from here. See? It's right there.
It certainly is large. Okay, so let me guess. Now we can probably connect the rest of the logic. We still have a lot of logic to connect together, so let's start putting some of it together. Okay, so first things first. The reason why the fence has a dent in it is probably because this horn broke off, and when the head fell down, it smashed against the side of the fence. The dent in this fence and the broken horn. Neither of these things were there yesterday evening. Based on the fact that these two things have changed.
Ah! Could Mozilla's head have...
Indeed, the head that was on the rooftop may have tumbled down onto the ground, and now we can connect that with the stepped on the monster logic. This is a new possibility, which would mean that he was killed by the monster's head. We may have found the missing murder weapon.
Really?
At the moment, I can only say that it is just a possibility. If the giant monster head had fallen off from the studio roof...
Ah! That could definitely be a murder weapon!
Miss Nichols, may we investigate the studio roof?
The roof? Okay, I understand. Go on ahead, but the stairs can be a little bit slippery.
Oh, wait. Oh, you mean it was on this roof? Oh, I thought you meant it was on top of the Grand Tower roof. Oh, well then, never mind. Okay, so in that case, I still stand by my theory that that this could be an animatronic somewhere that crashed to the ground. Maybe see the roof?
Yes, of course. Go right ahead.
I thought they were talking about the Grand Tower roof, and that would explain why Lotta saw what she saw. So this is Mozilla.
Huh? Somehow this doesn't feel quite right.
Well, yeah, because the horn's broken. So.
This looks way cooler, and he doesn't have a nose ring either. Ah, I see. You two aren't familiar with Mozilla. This is Mozilla's original design from 12 years ago. What? Then, what's this? That's our take on it for the new movie. We revamped the design to appeal to modern audiences.
You and every other film studio remaking movies nowadays.
Revamped? But it looks totally different! And no matter how you look at this one,
it's a cow.
Well, of course. After all, Mozilla was originally a cow monster. A cow monster?! Having a cow, an animal that humans are very familiar with, turn into a monster, allows us to question mankind's relationship with nature.
Themes! Oh, good God. Freaking, oh, good God. You know, I'm getting very annoyed because a lot of people, the number one defense that people go to for apology justice is, it makes sense that the police are completely incompetent because that's the theme. It's the theme that the police are complete idiots. It's like, please try a different excuse. Oh, it's just getting on my nerves, I gotta say.
Meh, I just don't get it.
Nor do I. That's also just an idiotic theme in the first place in regards to, like, yeah, that doesn't jive with what you're, with the plot that you're trying to go for here, but whatever, that's a different can of worms to open. Okay, so, this is quite an atrocity, I must admit.
We made this replica of the original Mozilla's head for promotional purposes. We'll be using it to let people know that the film is a sequel to the original series.
Yeah, if you show people, people are gonna think that you're making a sequel to The Lion King, because that looks like Pumbaa, except you gave him red hair and strapped horns to the side of his head, and also made him an edgy teenager with a nose ring.
I guess it would be hard for people to tell that they're the same monster.
As we suspected, one of the horns appears to be broken.
So, did this head really crush the president?
It's possible, however. There is something I don't quite understand.
What's that?
Miss Nichols, this head looks rather heavy. How do you transport it?
It's made so that it can be taken apart. It's not that hard if you know how to do it, but if you don't know how, it'd be pretty much impossible, I think.
Which means it would be difficult for anyone not involved in this film. When taken apart, would it be possible for one person to carry it alone?
Definitely. Given enough time, even I could do it.
Okay. That's useful information. However, this face is
Mr. Edgeworth, I feel like I've seen this cow somewhere before.
Indeed, I was just thinking the exact same thing. It was on board this president's plane. Yeah, that's what I said. And in the storeroom of the black market auction. I said it looked familiar. The president's stuffed toy.
So that was a doll of the original Mozilla?
Could this really be just a coincidence? If this freaking cow thing is gonna define the finale to this game, I swear. And then also, what is this? Some sort of wooden stand has fallen over. The area around it seems to be burnt black.
Huh? Mozilla's head should have been on that stand. But the legs had broken off. It doesn't look like it can be used anymore.
The broken legs seem to be badly burnt. I think it's safe to assume that a small fire occurred here.
A small fire, huh? Is that what burned and broke the legs of the stand?
When the legs broke, the stand would have tilted. If Mozilla's head was on top of the stand, it would have fallen off.
It would have fallen off, so the head fell down because of the fire.
Yes, and if that's the case, I also have a pretty good idea what caused the fire. There's a flammable can next to the heater. It seems someone is lacking in safety awareness.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again. But I don't think anyone used the heater yesterday.
I see. Well, in that case, I wonder what caused the fire. Okay, well that seems to be all of interest right here. There's still more to investigate? Oh, do we have to... Guessing we have to talk to Lang. Hey Lang, how you doing? Mr. Prosecutor, so we meet again. Indeed, so a few days ago, we met at the detention center, unfortunately. Yeah, you don't need to remind me, I don't need to be reminded of his presence, thanks. Just some boring work, nothing you need to know about. You always pick the worst time to show up. Oh! You, of all people, do not get to tell me that I pick the worst times to show up, Mr. Pop into the scene whenever I'm least wanted. I had almost forgotten about you. I had almost let the fact that you had a cameo just slip away, and then you had to come strolling back into the plot. Anyone ever tell you that bad things happen when you're around? Hey, when I'm around! Just don't get in the way of my investigation, okay? I must avenge the death of our president. Now we have to talk to him. Great. You arrived here before us. What were you doing in a place like this? You suspect me? I don't suspect you. I just want to know why you decided to pop into my life again. I heard a scream. It was the woman who found the body. After hearing the scream, I came in through that entrance over there. Apparently, it wasn't locked. Then why is there a lock on the ground over there? I should take a closer look. But I already did that. When I got in, the woman who found the body was already running out of the other exit over there. So he came here around the same time we did. Why were you at the Grand Tower? Well, I had my reasons. He also said something along those lines when we met at the detention center.
Maybe he's really a fan of giant monsters and he came to sneak a peek at the Mozilla set.
Giant monsters? I have no interest in such things. He clearly doesn't think the murderer is a monster either. Okay. It's regrettable what happened to the president. Yeah, Huang was the pride of Zhang Fei, and yet... Wait, wasn't it? I thought his popularity was fading or something. Like, wasn't that the whole thing behind the fake assassination is that his popularity was fading? It seems like you were quite close to the president. The previous head of the Lang clan, my father, served under President Huang. Protecting the life of the president has long been our clan's greatest duty. My old man received a great number of special medals from the president himself. As a token of his trust, the president left his will in the protection of the Lang clan. Those medals and that will, they were the pride of our clan. Our family treasures, so to speak. Who would have thought the day to unseal that will would arrive so soon?
So then, I guess the president was like a close family friend? Huh, but during the incident at Gourd Lake, why weren't you with the president, Mr. Lang?
Well, a lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my old man were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then, he suddenly changed. It's as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of the faith in the police force of Zhang Fei. 12 years ago, I wonder what went on then. Oh, I'm sure we'll find out. Even so, I still respect the man. Zhang Fei is a small country, but he carried the nation with his strength. Damn it! Just what were his bodyguards doing? Let me tell you, there's a story about that. Have you already contacted the embassy? Yeah, of course. I've also informed Zhang Fei and my clan as well. It's gotten pretty hectic there, with the will and all. But it'll be the same here, once the bodyguards show up. If you don't want to see me ripped into them, I suggest you get out of here soon. Mr. Prosecutor, right now I'm just a single Interpol agent, a literal lone wolf. They probably won't let me be in charge of the investigation, oh boo-hoo. But you better believe, my fangs are as sharp as ever. I don't care. You don't intimidate me. I'll definitely capture this culprit with my own hands. Yeah, I would love to see you try. Of course, I'd also love to see you in that crate over there. Mr. Prosecutor. By the way, points if you get that reference. Mr. Prosecutor, I'm going to take my leave. Oh, that's good. Great. You go ahead. Go. Bye. Leave. I don't want you here anymore. Go ahead. Bye. See you later. Nice knowing you. There's something I have to check. Is it whether or not you're supposed to be in this game? Because I can tell you, you made a wrong turn somewhere in the code. You don't belong in this game. Agent Lang, I wonder if he's caught on to something. Probably caught on to the fact that he doesn't belong in this game. Oh, hey, kid. Also known as Cody. I mean, he probably isn't Cody, but it'd be great if it was. It's not Cody. It is decidedly not Cody. Okay.
Move it.
What did you say? Guess you're just a brat with no manners. Oh! He's drinking milk straight out of the carton. Oh! Who is this animal? I mean, yeah, I get it, it's a joke. He's the cow thing or whatever, but oh!
And you're an annoying old man. Quit your yapping already. This is my annoying bratty kid voice. I'm terribly sorry. Come on, John.
John? His name's John. Yeah, okay, bye. We trade one brat for another.
Oh, what were you doing? Who was that? Someone from the police. Why do you suddenly pick a fight with him? That sure was a tense standoff.
He didn't budge an inch, even before Agent Lang.
Allow me to introduce you. This is John Marsh. He's the lead actor in our movie.
The lead actor? Is this child?
Hi, I'm Kay Faraday. Nice to meet you. And this is Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor? He's a pretty famous prosecutor, you know?
You know, the more you say the word prosecutor, the more I want us to be like, yeah, about that.
But he's not wearing a prosecutor.
Oh, you know, this kid knows to look for a prosecutor's badge? What? Oh, he's frightfully perceptive.
John, it's probably better if you didn't go over there.
I mean, he can probably see the dead body. That's certainly not a sight a child should. He's not blind. It's right there. He's literally right in front of it. Penny standing in front of us isn't gonna do anything. However, he is someone involved with the case. I'll need to speak with him later. Well, we've talked to everyone else, so we may as well talk to him now. John, was it? Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Hey, old man, you really are a prosecutor?
Yes, old man.
Then first show me your prosecutor's badge.
I don't have my badge with me right now.
Then you can't prove you're a prosecutor, old man.
Ugh. Yeah, I don't know why you answered yes to that question. That's just lying to him.
This kid is a tough nut to crack, isn't he? Want me to give it a try?
Yes, I'm counting on you, Kay. I'm not good with kids. Okay, hello, John Marsh.
So, John, you're an actor? Yeah, what about it? You're amazing! That's so cool! Not really.
Good grief, at least that seems to have worked.
About those horns. What about them? John's horns are specially made prosthetics. John plays a young boy who has a special connection with Mozilla. He can communicate with Mozilla.
Who wrote this movie?
Shut up! Stop blabbering about that stupid stuff. Oh, sorry.
I think I'm beginning to see the kind of relationship these two have.
But it must be amazing to star in a movie! And you're only in elementary school.
Oh, great. You made him down more milk from the carton.
Despite how he looks, John is dead.
What? I mean, that doesn't change anything. That he's still a kid who's acting in a movie. That doesn't really change. The only thing that changes is what you said. You just sub out one word. Sub out when she said elementary school for middle school, and that's her sentence stands. So.
But what? But he's so small, and he's wearing a kitty backpack. The backpack is a part of his costume. He is an actor after all. I see, but he's still really tiny. It's probably better if you didn't talk about him, his height in front of him. I thought I told you to stop blabbering about stupid stuff. Sorry.
It seems the only thing that's not a prop is that milk carton. Oh boy.
That guy over there. He's the president, right? Yep. Do you know him? Yeah, I met him before.
What? This boy has met with the president of Zhengfei? Why? I mean, okay, maybe because he's a fan of the show because he has the toy in his plane, but I mean, like, the movie's still filming. What? I can see him getting invited to the premiere, maybe, but
you know, that guy makes me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say. Why do you hate the president so much? Huh. And now he's giving me the silent treatment. The truth is, the president was involved in the film.
The president was involved in the film? What do you mean?
He was supposed to have a brief cameo in the movie. He came by to look around the set some time ago. That was when he met with John.
Why would the president be appearing in this film?
We heard he was a fan of the original movie.
Okay, so I was correct. Alright, I figured it was something like that.
So we made him an offer. We thought it would make great publicity, you see? He comes on the movie set like he's on some sightseeing tour. It's so annoying.
This kid's gonna tell me what's annoying, really.
John, you really shouldn't say stuff like that. It's not nice. Shut it!
I guess he couldn't tolerate having an amateur appear in this film.
Oh, right. Here. What's this? Oh, was this from yesterday?
A photo?
Yeah. Since it was developed, I brought it along with me. You can have it. I think it turned out quite nicely. So you brought it all the way here for me? Thank you so much. No, not really. I just happened to have it with me. I'm a bright little kid. Yeah.
Excuse me, but can I take a quick look at it?
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Whoa, Jesus Christ, what is that? What is that? What is that? That thing's gonna haunt my nightmares, Jesus Christ, oh my god. What is that? That's scarier than the live-action Pumbaa, or not the live-action, but the hyper-realistic CGI Pumbaa. What is that? What is that? Anyway, so this was taken yesterday. Neither the hoofprints nor the body are in it. Commemorative photo, data jotted down in my organizer. Investigation complete, finally. Jeez, that was a lengthy investigation. And with that, this portion of the investigation seems to be finished.
So the murder weapon really is...
Yes, as it stands now, the possibility that it was the monster head is quite high.
So he ended up being squashed by the falling head.
That'd be a terrifying sight. Him? What? Although they're extremely late to the party, the bodyguards and the police have finally arrived.
Mr. President!
They really were far too late.
Damn it, who did this?
They'll pay for this. I swear I'll make them pay. Yeah, you're gonna make them pay, buddy. Uh-huh, sure thing. But you know, this much is enough to put me at ease. The person who did this to Huang, I've already got my eye on a suspect. Oh, really? Let's play a game. It's called Roll the Dice. Basically, here's how Agent Lang picks a suspect. Step 1: get a die, like a 6-sided die, and then you paste a picture, or you glue a picture of someone's face. Everyone who was at the crime scene, glue a picture of their face onto each side of the die. Then you roll the dice, and you see, and whatever one lands upright is the one he picks. Or alternatively, you can just throw darts at a wall. Or alternatively, you can just open your window, throw a random dart in a random direction, and whoever it hits, that's gonna be who he suspects. Even if they're in a different country, that'll be who he suspects, because he has no logic at all. He doesn't understand, like, the concept of logic. Oh my god, this character. What? What do you mean? Even though Huang was the victim, he doesn't have extraterritorial. Oh my god, if I hear the words extraterritorial rights one more goddamn time after Turnabout ablaze, Your country's police have the right to investigate. However, I've already spoken with them, and as an agent of Interpol, they're letting me assist in the investigation, of course. So they've already established a plan for the investigation. I've already found my prey, now it's time for the hunt. Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the Grand Tower rooftop. Is that? Oh, God, no. This camera records people as they get off the rooftop elevator. And guess who was recorded? The president and his killer can be clearly seen.
Why is Miss Courtney there?
So he's saying George Courtney is the murderer?
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the goddess of law to you. Deliver her divine judgment against Blaze the Best.
Could she, who hates crime more than anyone, have... No, there's no way. Whatever bullshit logic you're about to throw in my face is not gonna hold up. Agent Lang, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Oh, God. Just now, I heard a rumor at the Grand Tower, Miles Edgeworth, that you are no longer a prosecutor. Cool. Whether I'm a prosecutor or not, tell me your logic. Naturally, that means you don't have a shred of investigative authority. So what would be the point of having a logic battle with someone like you? Because my title is... Whether or not I have a title or not does not influence my ability to destroy your logic. So if you really think your logic is that strong, then you should have no fear whatsoever in challenging against someone like me. Bring it on, you sack of shit.
Why would you say something like that? Didn't you also just get reduced to being a lone agent? Oh! Get him, Kay.
Hey, answer me this. Even though you've just lost your position as a prosecutor, why are you still sticking your neck into this case? Why do I still continue to investigate? Agent Lang, why are you pursuing the criminal who murdered the president? Because you're an Interpol agent? Right now, I am also chasing after a certain person. Someone in the shadows who was behind the murder at the Grand Tower yesterday. Someone who placed Kay in grave danger. Even now, they are lurking somewhere, laughing at us. You will uncover the truth and bring them to justice. And as a title such as Prosecutor has nothing to do with it, as long as the truth remains hidden, I will continue to seek out that truth, for that is a part of my creed. Ha you're always trying to be so clever, but you... Oh, buddy, please try to explain to me why you think Courtney was the killer. I would love to hear you pathetically try to defend your position while I mercilessly tear your logic to shreds. You absolute jackass. Me, an idiot. How rude. That's the answer I wanted to hear. Alright, I'll play along with you for a bit. I lost all my men and you lost your title, and yet we still continue to investigate. Let's begin this battle of logic between two. Oh wait, but last game you said logic doesn't exist. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lang. You have my thanks. No, you don't. I won't go easy on you. If you haven't been going easy on me, then I don't even want to know what it would be like if you did go easy on me. I'll definitely catch the criminal who murdered Huang, and I won't let you get in my way. Yes, I wouldn't have it any other way. Let me show you the truth that this wolf has sunk his fangs into. Oh boy, oh I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait to tear your logic to shreds. Let's see what you got. Listen up. That woman met with the president on top of the Grand Tower. 2 nights ago, she pushed the president off the roof. No, you're already wrong. You're already wrong. It's been 2 seconds. You're already fucking wrong, buddy. Buddy, you can't be this dense. Look right here. This photo was taken 2 days ago, or sorry, yesterday, which means that 2 days ago, there's even less of a reason for there to be a body there, and there's no body here. What are you doing? You look as stupid as this fucking clown thing in front of me. What, not clown, whatever. He looks like a clown. He's like, dude, I'm gonna throw like a little bit. That's how stupid you look. You look as stupid as this fucking Pumbaa ripoff thing. Like, oh my god, buddy, you didn't even get past the second statement before I already found a blatant contradiction. I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna be hard, but I mean, come on. Like, really? At least pretend to put up a fight. It was just 2 of them alone on the rooftop. No bodyguards. Yeah, I confirmed it with those bodyguards over there. They didn't know about it either. Guess he managed to give them the slip. He must have had something secret to talk about. President Huang and Judge Courtney, did those two have some sort of connection? Apparently, he had an arrangement with the owner of the Grand Tower. He requested the entrance to the viewing platform be restricted to that so that they could be alone. Well, it's not like the owner could turn down a request from the president.
Does that mean the last person to see the president was...
Exactly. Courtney, you mean? It's gotta be her. Agent Lang's reasoning is certainly No, it's not! However, he has overlooked one major thing. And that's where I must strike. Yeah, Look, we know he's an idiot. We know he can't, like, he's... Yesterday I said that De Best was worse than Lang. I don't know if that's true anymore. Because at least De Best tried his best. You know, he put forth an honest effort. He was just lied to his whole life by his father, who paid his way through law school. But this guy is just deluded. He's so stupid! Like, this is gonna take 5 seconds. I just gotta go to the statement, I gotta show you the photo, and your whole logic just crumbles apart at the seams. Objection! This is just so embarrassing for you. And I don't feel bad, even a little bit. She long line for the Interpol agent with the highest arrest rate to have fallen so low. What'd you say? This is a commemorative photo taken by the staff at Global Studios.
Everyone's got such great smiles. Well, except for John.
This photo was taken yesterday. What? If Judge Courtney had murdered the president 2 days ago, then his body should have been there when this photo was taken. Ah! Perhaps you should have listened a bit more carefully to those involved in the case. Questioning witnesses is one of the basic fundamentals of an investigation, is it not?
I've captured Mr. Edge's great smile. You really do look most alive when you're cornering your opponent.
Just as I expected. It's been a while since I've felt like this. What, felt completely embarrassed? It's like, haven't you been a little hasty in your reasoning? I don't need your advice. Clearly you do, Lang Z says. The wrath of a wolf lasts 100 years. My anger towards the woman who killed the president cannot be suppressed. Yeah, despite me proving that your logic doesn't hold up, you're still gonna be mad about it. Okay, great. I too wish to capture the culprit. However, there is no doubt that the body appeared here last night. Therefore, the president could not have fallen to his death.
Yeah, he was crushed by the monster head.
The crime occurred here at the film lot, not on the rooftop of the Grand Tower. So, that's what you think. Still, I don't intend to stray from my logic either. But, however, he could not have fallen to his death 2 nights ago. This photo proves that. Is that so? Think about it this way. 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot. No! She can't! There's a lock on the goddamn door! She can't get into the film! How stupid are you? In here? Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a she can't! There's a lock! You can't! Lang! Please! Like, at least the best is, like, it's comical to poke fun at how stupid he is, but this guy thinks he's... Unfortunately, there is no need for a search. What'd you say? This piece of evidence proves that Judge Courtney could not have hidden the body. And that piece of evidence would be the lock right here. Take that! Freaking moron. All the entrances to the film lot were locked. The chain on the back entrance was only cut last night. What? Therefore, Judge Courtney could not have entered the film lot 2 nights ago. Ah! But the president could have only fallen 2 nights ago. Why are you so insistent that the crime occurred 2 days ago? Why? Because there's still more to the security camera footage. Why didn't you open with that then? Why Courtney Part 2 Electric Boogaloo? Photos recorded 10-20 minutes after the president went up to the roof with that woman. That woman, she came back down on the elevator alone. After that, there was no sign of the president getting on the elevator at all. There's no other way for the president to get down without using... That's not true at all. There's a... Okay. I'll cut him some slack this time. He may not know about the 51st floor. But still, we're gonna rub it in his face because there very clearly is a way to get down to get down from the roof. The president never came down from the rooftop. That's right. The security camera is always watching the entrance. Always watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. It was specifically set up to record anyone who entered or exited the rooftop. Essentially, the camera created a locked room. One which the president vanished from. No, he probably just went to the 51st floor. A locked room. I see. This is quite an unfavorable piece of evidence for Judge Courtney. I mean, it doesn't really matter because all we have to do is present the possibility that there was another way to get down.
A rooftop escape, that's a difficult feat.
So even the Yatagarasu can't just fly through the sky.
That's right. I still need more training to be able to pull that off.
Are you saying you're going to train yourself to fly? Oh, good God. Okay. So, here's the thing, Lane. You seem to be ignorant to the fact that there is indeed a way to get down from the roof. I'll cut you some slack this time. You may not know about it, but still, I'm gonna show it to you anyway because it's gonna tear your whole thing to shreds. As a matter of fact, there was a hidden route. That is, a way down without using the elevator? You better not tell me he flew off or something. There's no need for that. It's quite simple. The president just needed to know about the existence of the hidden 51st floor. The 51st floor? This building has a hidden 51st floor. It is accessible through a secret hatch on the rooftop. Using that route, it would be impossible to leave the rooftop without using the elevator. Hidden room, secret hatch. How could the president have even known about that? I wonder. I don't know the answer myself. I am merely raising a possibility. In the first place, what's this all about? This hidden 51st floor. Sounds like something that ninja girl over there would love to get into.
No way, I'm sick of that place.
Okay, that place only holds bad memories after all. The 51st floor was a secret storeroom for the black market auction. Its true purpose was only exposed yesterday. Black market auction? You aren't suggesting the president was involved in something like that, are you? I have no proof. However, the possibility exists, does it not?
I wouldn't put it past that president. Yeah!
Impossible, the president would never. He would never be involved in a black market auction. What's this? You punks, are you prepared? If you're gonna spout nonsense like that, I'll tear you to pieces.
Yeah!
She ran away. You don't have any idea the amount of respect that man has earned from his country's people. I see. We have seen the president's true colors. However, the people of Zheng Fei remain in the dark. Yeah, but I thought, wasn't there a thing in the first case about how people, like his popularity as a president was fading? Was that not a thing? I could have sworn. Shall I inform Agent Lang of the president's true nature? No. Killing him now would only further cloud his judgment. I understand, Agent Lang. Please calm down. We spoke out of line. I apologize. I mean, he didn't have to. There were other reasons you could go and you could want to go into that room without necessarily having to be involved in the auction. Sorry, my emotions got the best of me. And Kay, how do you plan on hiding? You can come out now.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. My anger is directed towards the president's killer.
Well, I'll be. You're actually a pretty good guy, ain't you?
I don't know if I push it that far.
That loyalty to your president is mighty admirable.
What's it to you?
Aw, don't be like that. I've got some good news for you, I reckon.
What?
The president ain't never passed through the 51st floor. You can count on me.
Really?
I was in the storeroom myself and I saw it with my very own eyes.
That's right. She snuck into the storeroom that day. Huh, okay, Thanks. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. What is it? I don't intend to give the culprit a single step of leeway. No one's seen the president since he met with Courtney 2 days ago. That doesn't change the fact that the body wasn't here yesterday. If he were pushed off 2 days ago, it would be odd that he wasn't found until yesterday. I doubt a fall from the roof would take a whole day. I'll admit there are a few things I still haven't figured out. A few things? Regardless, there is one thing I am certain of.
There is?
What exactly occurred here last night? I'm certain we'll have to look into that in order to uncover the truth.
Because the body and the hoof prints could have only appeared last night, right?
Agent Lang would like to bring the body in for the autopsy.
Lang, it's in your hands. Make sure you show the proper respect.
I also have one more thing to report.
What is it?
We found some footprints near the body. They were left within the area. It looks like a monster's footprint.
There were human footprints within the monster's footprint? What kind of footprints?
Sir, they were the footprints of a child.
Oh, that's... So, I don't believe even for a second that John Marsh would be capable of doing this. He may be an annoying little shit and a bratty child, but he's not setting off the heater and pushing the monster head off the roof. That ain't happening. What?
Huh? And another medical school student? Wait, could it be...
Who was that?
Miss Nichols? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please excuse my rudeness.
Is there something you want to say? What is she so scared of?
I'm worried that you'll think poorly of me, but please let me testify something. It's really important.
That's not something you need to be so worried about. What is it?
Last night, I actually came here.
Why didn't you... You know, we could have saved some time if you had said this earlier. What?
Yeah!
Why did you come here?
Well, I got a little worried, so I stopped by to check up on John.
John? You mean John Marsh? As I thought.
Yes, last night, John stayed here late in order to practice by himself. Wow, he's really dedicated.
Well, I mean, I don't know that an actor would be allowed to stay on the set of a movie by himself. That seems like, especially when they're a child. I don't know about that one.
Well, this movie is the first time he's starring as a lead role, so I'm sure he wants to do his best.
I mean, he can practice his role in his own house. She must have witnessed something last night. When was this?
If I remember correctly, I think it was a little past 10 p.m. It looked like it was going to rain, and I was getting worried, so I came to check up on him. And when I got here, well,
You saw something?
Yeah. John was practicing by himself, and right above his head, I saw a long neck. A neck? Yeah, its skin was really scaly, almost like a reptile. It was like the neck of a dinosaur.
Is it gonna be something that looks like Gordy?
Well there, could that have been Gordy? Last time I went hunting for it, it was a bust, but I reckon this could be the real deal. What? So this time it's Gordy? I don't know. That's right, I was really surprised. After all, John is the boy you can't communicate with.
It's in the script. It's not real.
Yeah, that's right. Them horns was like, it's a movie. It's in the script. What?
What? It's the crane. It's probably the crane because the vinyl she was wrapped around the crane, right? That's gonna be what it was. It's obviously not Gordy. It's probably the crane with the vinyl sheet thrown over it. And you, as someone working on the film set, should know that.
You said it, sister. That's pretty darn strange, I reckon. That boy's a little traitor.
It seems she's gotten reality mixed up with the movies. Hey, Missy, did you really see that?
Yes, but I was so shocked, I immediately ran home after that.
What do you make of this, Miss Prosecutor? Well, if it was gonna rain, then that explains why the waterproof sheet was over the camera crane. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Penny. I don't believe you saw Gordy. This is even easier to figure out than the fact that the steel semi-balloon was Gordy in Turnabout Goodbyes. Agent Lang, do you really believe this absurd testimony? I believe the testimony, I just don't think what she saw was actually, Gordy. I couldn't care less about this monsters. However, it looks like who we needed to talk to has been decided now, hasn't it? John Marsh. He was here last night. It's very likely he saw something, isn't it? Attaboy. John Marsh, we've got some questions for you.
John kinda left a while ago.
What?
Let's go after him!
Why is Lotta still here? Like, I love the fact that she's here, but like, why is she allowed to be here? Like, really? Her running animation is still weird. They all turn in sync. That's really strange. Where'd he run off to? He might have just gone back home.
That's right! I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get any filming done today.
Oh, he may have run away.
Aren't you just overthinking things?
He's still a child. I can't imagine that he could have murdered that president by himself. Who said he was alone? Maybe that monster helped. Oh my god, Lang. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's in the script! It's a script! It's a movie script! Someone sat down to write it on a piece of paper. It's not real! Very funny. I'm not saying that kid's definitely the culprit, but right now he's the most prominent witness we have. So, we'll need to find that brat.
Gumshoe!
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth!
Gummy!
Gumshoe, no, wait, what?
He ran away!
What is the detective doing? It doesn't matter. Yes, it does, because Gumshoe matters way more than you. It's like I can rely on this coach's police anyway. But I would trust Gumshoe a million times over before I would ever trust you with anything. Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that? I got several problems with that.
Didn't you already have a small number of subordinates with you before?
That's right. But, being a lone wolf isn't all that bad. You don't have to worry about your subordinates or partners. All you need are your fangs. Simple, right? Subordinates. And partners. Well then, I'll be seeing you two. I hope to God not. Okay, bye. Goodbye. See you later. Nice knowing you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah, things are getting interesting. I reckon I'm about to get real busy myself. After all, I got me a pair of monsters.
No, you don't. One of them's an animatronic and the other one's a camera crane.
I'm definitely get my hands on this scoop.
Yeah, prepare to be disappointed again. Lotta.
Things have gotten pretty crazy, haven't they?
Indeed. There's the footprints of Mozilla, and now the shadow of Gordy. It's almost exactly like the movie.
How about we go monster hunting too?
Well, him? Isn't that
He's not one of Lang's men?
He's one of Agent Lang's subordinates. We met him doing another how in the world could you possibly... They were all the same. They were just duplicates of one another. Excuse me. MIB. Please tell me that stands for Men in Black. Please tell me that stands for Men in Black. Oh, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It has been a while.
Shouldn't you be following Mr. Lang?
Agent Lang, Shifu, is no longer my boss. What exactly happened? Do you remember the incident from 1 month ago?
The Yatagarasu incident we had been involved with.
Agent Lang made a major mistake back then.
He made several major mistakes back then, but okay.
He almost aided and abetted a dangerous criminal.
Certainly. It had come quite close to that at the time.
Shifu took responsibility for what had happened,
and our team was disbanded.
Disbanded?
So that's what Agent Lang was talking about when he said he had become a lone wolf.
Then, why are you here?
Well, I was a little worried about Shifu. It seems that even now, he's still chasing after them. The ghost of 12 years past.
The ghost of 12 years past. Just what are you...
I'm sorry, I've already said too much. If you'll excuse me.
What? These ghosts Agent Lang is chasing after. Do they also have something to do with this case?
Looks like everyone's left now. So, what do we do now?
Well, Miss Hart is going after the monsters, and Agent Lang is going after John. We should also try approaching this case from a different angle. We could talk to Courtney, since she was up on the roof.
What angle would that be?
We should listen to what Judge Courtney has to say. That's what I was gonna say.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Courtney is... Well then, I shall take my leave here. I'll be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial. She said that she had a trial coming up.
Indeed. Let's head to the courtroom, or the courthouse as well.
Okay.
You know, you could take a taxi. You know, the guy's just sitting there. He doesn't have anything to do with his life. He's just waiting for someone to... He was probably sitting there the whole time, like... Because so many people, Gumshoe, Lang, Lada, everybody was sitting right next to his car. He was probably sitting there like, please, please, somebody get in my taxi car. I've been sitting here all day, please. And just none of them did. They all just decided to walk to the courthouse or wherever they were going. Anyway, okay, this case... I hate the fact that Lang is here, but man, this is going to be interesting. I can't wait to see how this all comes together. Okay, that'll be for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to catch you all later today for some more Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Goodbye.